Oh, nice blue sky, birds are tweeting, Vortec pick up in the background. What's not to love? Yeah, got a couple of hours, so yeah, a little bit of a tidy up. I've got a couple of lamps. I might fit at least one lamp for now. Fit the lamp, and then see what we're going. I'm fancying playing about with the scuttle today. We've also got the front subframe mount, so we can mount the front panel as well. So we can do that as well. But yeah, front scuttle, I think, once I've sorted this light out. Let's go look at it, the front scuttle. Okay, I've got a super bright 150 watt LED lamp up there. So hopefully it gives a bit better filming. Actually gives me a tan because I'm ginger. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this scuttle off and clear up a lot of this rust. There's another panel somewhere. There's a panel. Where it's gone. Need to have a look for it. Sort of the inner panel down here. But anyway, not worth bracing it at all any more than it is because it's all gone. There's no point bracing it in that position. It's wrong. Could try and get it into the right position and then try and brace it. But when you've got sort of half panels missing, so what's easier to do, in my head anyway at the moment, is we cut it out, we get the new panels mounted in and we try and get everything square. We can then try and pop the window in later on, make sure door gaps still fit. If that's all looking good, it's got to be close enough. As I said, if the windscreen fits, that's the main issue. You really don't want a window that don't fit, because I've seen that done before. Alright, so yeah, let's cut some of this rot out so we can actually see what's going on. Always good to have a quick check of the panels before you cut too much, just so we can see roughly what height we've got. We don't want to be cutting above that, because otherwise we ain't got any more metal, we'll have to make it. So if I just put a bit of a mark, so I roughly know. I just want to sort of go halfway in between that, really, sort of, give us a bit of gap either side, so if I do overcut it, we've still got plenty of scope. And on this panel again, ideally, trying to get the weld in the smallest area, because then you've got less to fill later. There's no point trying to sort of cut across there or here. You can do it if you have to, and you've got solid metal other places, but you just got a lot more filler work, goes with any panel. The shorter the cut, the better, really. Okay, most of restoring this car is just going to be a lot of cutting and grinding, slowly and slowly. Slowly, catch the monkey. I need to find a few pictures. I always forget how this sort of area goes, because you've got an inner panel here, you've got the bulkhead, you've got the scuttle, and they all slightly overlap, and sometimes I think you have 3 or 4 sort of thicknesses just at this corner here. But as it's all gone, we're just going to have to do our best. We've got an in-machine panel to go in here eventually. Hopefully that will make a bit more sense once it's in there. And then I'm just going to finish off the inner wings with a bit of sheet. I'm not going to have side ones for the moment because I'm planning on having we think we've decided on a Vauxhall 16 valve 1.6 turbo. But my plans, they change all the time. So anyway, that's the idea at the moment. So yeah, this is all shot. That really needs sort of replacing underneath that hinge point, but I could do with not really removing the hinge point, because it's even more of a pain of an arse to try and something else to try and line up. So we'll see if we can nearly save that. Otherwise, bonnet pins it is. Yeah, gut feeling is that's going to have to be cut out. Feel it pitted underneath. So it's just another panel you've got to line up before you can completely do everything. It's not a panel that you really want to be doing with the scuttle on, that's for sure. Anyway, let's just do a bit more grinding along here. It's all got to come off. What we're trying to do is a bit of annoying. We've got a new ashtray panel to go in. We've got a new scuttle, but we want the bulkhead, you see, so we want to try and keep as much of that as possible. You can see how that all flexing. Something's not quite right, and height-wise, stuff needs to come up, so we need to force it. We need to make sure, but we can't do that until we get the scuttle in, and then we can take some measurements to see what's working, what's not working. All right, carry on grinding. Just for people's reference, and other people restoring cars, you can see the bulkhead panel there, that lower one, and you've got the ashtray panel, I call it, there. So you can sort of see, even from factory, they didn't, you know, they're not butted up, if you saw me, they're not all level sort of thing. So, you know, whether that's right or wrong, you know, I guess they just make them as a factory, do what they can. But yeah, so the bulkhead panel doesn't come all the way up in this instance, on this version, you know, when they made this one. So it's just something to remember when you sort of try and build it again and you're restoring it. You know, you might be trying to force this panel, both panels, to meet, and actually you try and remember that sometimes the panels don't always perfectly line up how you think they're going to. Whether they should or not's another question, but I'm pretty sure this hasn't been changed at any point. It all looks spot welded. But yeah, interesting for someone anyway. Yeah, I know, it's a slow process of why I do it. Some people drill spot welds out. I don't. To be honest, there ain't many spot welds. You can see, I don't know if you can see, one there, one there, one there, one there. So nearly every 2 inches they've done spot welds along there. You know, but yeah. Alright, nearly over halfway. Well, halfway. That's my extension lead. Come on! Give me more extension. Yeah. Crack on. Well, I wish they'd invent something that you can put over your ears so it's not so loud. That'd be a good invention. Watch these new panels when you get them because they're bloody sharp. The edges, it's where they press them, it sort of just puts a little fold over them. So yeah, all that lip ground off, we've got to do this other panel, which again, you know, if you drilled the spot welds out, it must be easier a little bit because the other side would come out, but we'll do that at another point. So yeah, I don't expect it to fit really. Don't know where any more bricks are. But yeah. Yeah, I always like the heritage panels of these. I think I've said before, this swage line here, I don't really have issues with the Magnum panels apart from this one. The swage line here, just it disappears nearly. So it really annoys me. But it's not the end of the world either. So anyway, there we go. We're getting somewhere. So what I need to do now is adjust, make sure the bulkhead and the window fits, obviously, that's the main thing. So, yeah. We're getting in a step the right direction. I think I've said it before. These are the way how I do things. It might not be the right way. Always, if you're about to replace one of my panels that I'm doing, watch all the way to the end, watch all the videos, making sure that I've done it, because I sometimes undo my mistakes. So you don't want to follow my mistakes. And also read all the people's comments as well. Lots of good advice in the comments as well. So and then make up your own mind of whether you're going to do it yourself or get somebody else to do it. Cool, let me have a think. Alright, I've literally run out of time. I've just picked up some engine front subframe mounts, bolted them to the front panel because I'm going to mount the front panel at some point to the subframe. I've ordered up my all-speed Vauxhall subframe, so we're definitely going to go Vauxhall of some kind. Yeah, so that we'll remove those mounts eventually anyway, because it's solid mounted, the all-speed frame. Found the other panel that we need to use, that goes on the other side, like that. That's where the door strap bolts on, one way or another. Yeah, like that, like that, like that, something like that. Or was that this side? Ah, that's this side, sorry. That's why it wouldn't fit. Yeah. Alright. Slowly, catch a monkey. In the time of Hollywood, this will be Tuesday, so it's past the Tuesday, obviously. But I might be actually having a roast dinner in a minute. But anyway, we'll get there slowly. Need to steady a few things and check the alignment and everything next. See if we can make sure we get everything in the correct position, double check the window a bit before we go any further, and then we can then start building up these areas once we're confident that we've got this line sorted and the door line sorted. So yeah, alright guys, till next time, yeah, bye.